it's time for our third instalment and what we've got up to in Sydney.
Yeah, so there is so many beaches in Sydney, so we spent quite a lot of time on all the different beaches. We did the very famous Bondi to Coogee Beach walk, which we did on the hottest day we could have possibly chosen.
In typical Sophie and Steph.
But we did it with a great group of people. We walked probably about 3 kilometres, passing about 8 beaches, I'd say. Obviously had to have stop-off swims on the way because it was way too hot. And we also found 2 really cute little places, the Bucket List in Bondi and Coogee Pavilion, both great places to like hang out, have a few drinks.
Chill.
We also went up to Palm Beach, which is about 2 hours up north, but I'd recommend it. It's
insane.
amazing.
The view is incredible.
Yeah, and it's where they filmed Home and Away as well. We also went over to Manly on the ferry, which is a cute little day trip, and we hung out on Manly Beach and Shelley Beach, 2 very like surfy beaches.
So if you want Aussie surf, that's where you go.
Yeah,
100%.
And then we also walked right up to North Head, which is probably like about a 2-hour round walk, but it gives you insane views back over the skyline of Sydney.
Yeah,
And
cool
there was a
little
really
bar.
cute little bar at the top, DJ. And then
That's the main beaches
Yeah.
we did. So yeah, so we were in Sydney for about 2 weeks. So we obviously had to go on a couple of nights out just to get a gauge on what was going on. So we went on this bar crawl, went to things like Scary Canaries, Scuba, Sidebar, your typical backpacker locations, but very cheesy. So be prepared for cheese on my plate. We then went to Coyotes Tuesdays, and that was one of our better nights.
Yeah.
Much better music, very cool. A lot of people going, but by far we were most shocked with Ivy, which is this massive super club, multiple floors and a swimming pool on the top, as you do.
Insane.
And we went there after the Love Boat, which was on Valentine's Day, which was cute. We went with all our mates. Yeah, really cool thing to do.
Then obviously we had to see the main sites, being Sydney Harbour Bridge and Sydney Opera House.
Yay.
And we typically, the first time we went there, went on the rainiest, most disgusting day. But obviously we're in Australia, it was still great. So we saw the sights, and we in the end actually we hung out there quite a lot. We eventually found a day where it was blue skies, so
Incredible. Yeah.
finally, took a while, but we did. We also headed over to the grounds of Alexandria kind of markets. So they are probably the coolest, quirkiest markets we have ever been to.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds us of like the Botanist and Alchemist brand that we have in England, but just put that on a massive scale over
Market
markets.
scale.
Like
With animals. Live
animals.
Kevin
took
Bacon.
pigs for walks.
I fed a pig with my hand.
It was great. Kevin was a big highlight of the trip.
Yeah.
Especially for Joe. Joe
Yeah.
loves Kevin Bacon. But no, that was really cool. But very much like a local, not touristy.
Yeah.
But if you're ever in Sydney, recommend finding where that is because it was great. And then on Sundays they have cheap travel days. So wherever you go in Sydney, it was only going to cost you $2.50, which is a bargain. So
Woohoo.
obviously that is the perfect day to do the longest train journey you possibly could do.
Yeah.
Obviously.
On the
So
hottest day.
we ended up going up to the Blue Mountains with loads of people from our hostel, some great friends, and we saw the Three Sisters.
Which are 3 rock formations.
Yep, don't really know much about them, but everyone was taking photos,
Yeah,
so we joined
did
in.
it.
And then we did a walk through the Blue Mountains. We weren't allowed on the ground because it was that hot that there was risk of forest fires. So we stayed up a bit higher and walked to loads of like little cute waterfalls. And yeah.
And finished it off with a pint at the pub.
Yep, finished off with a pint.
Yeah.
What better way to do it?
So we wanted a bit of downtime. In Sydney there's a lot of public parks with swimming pools inside them. We were close to Prince Albert Park, and we therefore chilled there at the swimming pool for $6 a time, which was really cool. Good to cool off and that sort of thing. We also went to the markets, which is right near Chinatown. Bought your typical touristy stuff like Bondi Rescue t-shirt, towels. Not t-shirt. I'll get that later. But yeah, no, that was really it's sort of your touristy sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But one of the highlights of the trip for me was actually going to see an Aussie football match. Not because of the quality, just because of the experience.
It was very amusing. We all had a great laugh.
It was the Sydney derby, and we decided to be the away fans just to be awkward. We actually lost.
Typical, the better team in
fashion,
Sydney
I
lost.
and the fans got rather rowdy. But what an experience! Like, so cool. Defo head down there. It's not going to be the best game of football you've ever seen. It's not a Man City, but we'll get there. And the last trip we did was probably the highlight in Sydney was the helicopter ride.
Yep.
Helicopter ride, ironically, is loads cheaper than the Harbour Bridge Walk. I was a big fan for doing the Bridge Walk, but
when you're saving £50 on a helicopter ride,
so I'm not complaining.
What are you gonna do?
The view was insane. There are some pictures on Facebook if you guys haven't seen them yet. So yeah.
And then obviously we ate out quite a bit. I'm just going to go through them really quick. Went to the Hard Rock Cafe, Haven, next door to our hostel, so right opposite Central Station. We ended up there quite a lot. The waitress knows us, so thank you very much. We also went to House of Crabs, which is up in Surrey Hills. Really cool place, really quirky.
I constructed a crab.
Great, definitely recommend going there as well. Cool.
Yeah.
And then we obviously on our last night had a really lovely dinner down underneath the Opera House, so it's like the Opera House Kitchen Bar, I think it's called. And obviously you get the best view in Sydney.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So there you go. That's
we
Sydney.
had a great time
in a little roll.
So here, well, enjoy watching.
Enjoy.